Good morning, people. How are you? My growing, not mine, it's yours. This growing village is it's getting bigger by the minute. I am so excited. You guys have blown me away with your support and your love and your comments. Oh my gosh. Oh, your comments are blowing me away. Thank you. I'm so moved by this sudden expansion. And talking of expansion, this sharing is going to be a bonus read for Ophiuchus. So one of the things I'd like to do to play with you guys, just as a bit of fun, is when I start doing the bi-monthlies, I'm going to check which sign has got the highest number of views, and they're going to go first, and I'm going to do a bonus for them as my way of saying thanks guys for, you know, really liking it up. So we are we're not yet close to the mid-monthlies. They're going to be done towards the end of this week to be released next week. But already the Ophiuchus first half of March has had 130 odd views, which is astonishing. So thank you, you weird Ophiuchans. And I want to share a personal Ophiucan story with you. Let me just get my notes up. You might indeed have experienced this. This weekend was a bit weird. Right. I also want to say welcome new subs, Sergei Strayascu, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Welcome, welcome. And Denise Sisi. Thank you so much for your beautiful comment. Yeah, welcome to the village. So Friday into Saturday last week, my energy field got hit really hard, and I felt like I was wading through clay. I just think my energy just fell out, and so I had to keep sitting and resting, and every now and then I would just spontaneously fall asleep. And then Saturday, it continued, but less so. I did some crystal work, I did some energy work, and I felt it all around here, higher heart to solar plexus. The whole lot was just expanding. Like I could feel the air moving through me. And it was a weird, weird feeling. So on Saturday, I started asking questions, and I checked dispatches to see what on earth was happening. And the moon, sidereal, the moon was moving through Ophiuchus towards the galactic center. So for you sensitive bunnies out there, what did you feel at the weekend? So once I knew what was happening, I could work with it and flow into it, because clearly, because I'm Ophiucan myself, so I could then start to work with it. And then Sunday morning, somebody asked me, "How are you doing?" And I thought, because I like to give honest answers, and I said, "Wavy." Okay, what does that mean? Wavy, like I'm not high on beautiful, expansive energy. I don't even feel expanded. I feel like I've got nothing. I can't feel my edge. And I feel wavy, like I could feel this wave of photonic light at a cellular level. And it's like I didn't know if I was particle or wave. It was wavy, like barely solid. I felt wavy. Waves of what felt like sickness, dizziness, and then back in and out and in, but fluid, flux. So I wanted to share that with you guys because we're becoming such a beautiful group. And why wouldn't I? You share your stuff, I share mine. So I hope that helps in some way into the weird. I'd love to have made a video about it, but I just was no how. I was all over the place. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, and that whole process involved I suddenly fell asleep, and then I woke up and I yawned for an hour, a whole hour of yawning. So when I'm yawning, without yawning, my body's gone into systemic process. So it's I suppose it's breath work, which comes through the yawn. So when I work systemically with clients, if they go into yawning, it's moving energy. It's a clearing of, it's emptying a closet really to make space for all the light that's coming in. So yeah, a whole hour of yawning. Sunday morning felt very centered, warm and fuzzy. Back to my fuzzy pink. Right, notes, go away. So I'm going to do a bonus Ophiuchus reading. So I want to speak straight to Ophiuchus and welcome you into the space. Ophiuchus is in the house. Yes. Forgive my vague mythology. I seem to remember, because I learn stuff and then I forget it. But when I was studying the energy of Ophiuchus, there's a connection between Ophiuchus and Lilith. And I can't remember what it is, but it's that same deep seat of the soul energy. Ooh. Yeah, there's a real kind of, I mean, if you look at the image, let me just turn this glare down. You can barely see her. She's only just coming forwards. And I can feel the depth of field of this. You see, I'm running out of words again. I'm running out of words. I want to bring these two guys in because I started to shuffle the Sacred Rebels, which are really coming into play at the moment. I love them. And here we go again. Look, this card keeps coming out. I'm seeing this is the highest self, the expanded self, the cosmic self, and the giving over of personal will to divine will. One of the things that helped me this morning is to actually re-listen to the Ophiuchus reading, because I forget, as soon as I do them, they go, because most of what comes through is channeled. And the Ophiuchus reading talked about a heart behind the heart. So if I take my own medicine, I can get ahead of the curve. I just didn't. I just didn't. So that's what's been happening this weekend. I've literally been able to feel the breeze blowing through the heart, and it did feel like a heart behind the heart. Yeah. I'm talking about a depth of field here. It's a heart behind the heart, it feels like. It just feels achingly beautiful. I'm so sorry I can't articulate what I can see and what I can feel. So just tune in to me telepathically and you might be able to pick it up. But this is part of the big shift, is I'm seeing this in so many people who are using the words, I'm running out of words. And I think it's part of a big shift back to telepathy, back to how we communicated before words got in the way. So Sacred Fool. I seem to remember watching the Ophiuchus reading. I talked something about the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is willpower. It's willpower. It's what grows. It's the sunshine. It's what grows. And So there has to be a giving over, because the solar, why am I talking about the solar? Yeah, okay, because you are. So you can look at this picture two ways. You can look at it as the current governmental, commoditized, media driven society, and human beings just doing their dance according to rules and regulations, and they're taking a personal liberty, and I could go on. Or we can look at this as the sacred fool, just happy to do a little dance, fully aligned with the higher self, with the cosmic self who can see the big picture. You want me to move like this? Okay. You want me to sit in front of a camera and bumble over my words? Yep, I'll do that. I'll do that. And to do that, there has to be this dissolving of the ego, the meeting and the rising up of the ego, so that it can be at the board table here, not shamed, not deleted, not excluded, lifted, elevate everything, elevate everything. This is shadow work, there's no exception. Wow, fantastic. Okay. I'm doing for time. Okay. So, what's the message here? So what's the message here, Ophiuchus, for this bonus reading? What's the message here for this bonus reading? I'm staring at another deck, noticing nothing's coming out of here. Okay, what's the underlying card? Yeah, okay. That's why I haven't completed yet. So, the mystery of the sacred fool is that you're not going to know what's happening. But as your trust grows moment by moment, by tuning in, okay, it's two of swords. Tuning in, just tuning in to the intuition. And we've got the new moon. I'll try and do a separate reading on that. New moon in Pisces, which is going to be as watery as it gets. Moon going to Ophiuchus is, that's an emotional, all your emotions are in Pisces, and Pisces is so cosmic. So yeah, this is basically saying you're not going to know, and especially as we move through Pisces season with the new moon, is how much do you trust your intuition? How much do you trust your heart? How much heart work are you doing? Because that's going to be the train ticket, is that absolute knowing. It's the difference between I know and I know. It's complete ownership. Okay. Yeah, I don't want those cards. I want these. Okay. So the message is mystery, intuition, Pisces, cosmos, moving into the sacred pool energy, where you're creating straight from source, from spirit, God, the divine, your language. So what message, other messages? Okay. To get here, you got to get here. Okay. If that self is questioning this self, then there might be judgment and shame, embarrassment. There can be embarrassment to the ego when we move into our expanded giftedness, when we bring that something new to the world that people haven't seen before, or that triggers someone, and a trigger is a gift, or that triggers someone. free from judgment, free to love, is to be in the cosmic dance. Thank you. Oh, that's gorgeous. Free from judgment, free to love, is to be in the cosmic dance. That 0 point creation, moment of genius. It takes courage to bring it through, because we're breaking down the old programs of it's got to be, but I'm going to temper it because it's got to be, otherwise they won't be able to meet it. Well, what if you just bring it through and let them meet it in their own way rather than trying to control both sides of the conversation? Beautiful, free from judgment, free to love, to truly be the sacred fool. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's have a closing message, please, for Ophiuchus. Thank you. Defend to the end the worthwhile. And all you might have to defend is, I haven't a clue what I'm doing. I'm just following my intuition. That's kind of where I'm at the moment. I haven't a clue what I'm doing or where this channel's going. I just know that synchronicity has happened and it's growing. That's all I know. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So if I defend to the end the worthwhile, then the worthwhile is I trust myself. The worthwhile is having doubt is the next step to a deeper level of self-trust. You have to move through. You can't circumvent what's in the way. What's in the way might be doubt and fear and shame and guilt and all of that good stuff. But that they act as catalysts for the growth. And we have to go through them. Defend to the end the worthwhile. The worthwhile is what's going on in the world. How can I support that? How can I support myself in the growth and the expansion that's needed to hold what's going on in the world and uplift that? Defend to the end that you are worthwhile. How about that? Defend to the end that you are worthwhile. To be able to see the true you, free from masks. Yeah. Free from the adaptation of life. The essence of you. Have you ever seen the essence of you, met the essence of you? Beautiful. Beautiful. Fucus, I love you guys for being here. And I hope you enjoy this bonus reading. I will do the second half of March within the next week. And happy hearts to you all. Wow, hearts on fire. Oh, fire. There might be a lot of fire in your field as well. All weekend has been pints and pints and pints of fluid, tons of water, tons of herbal tea, just and consistent thirst. So I've been using a lot of fire element, but I'm a fire sign. I'm all three at the moment, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Fucus. So yeah, awesome times, free from judgment, free to love, to become the sacred fool. Go get them, tigers. Sending you lots of love. Take care. I gotta go, and I'll see you again soon.